Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to the Prison Under Pressure, which is, well, it's okay right now. It's not too bad. We've got a couple of ladies still in the holding cell. We've got a couple of, well, actually it's pretty bad. We've got 62 prisoners and 32 cells. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I got a cunning plan, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to lock open these doors for starters. Locky lock. Checky check. Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a thing that I didn't want to do, but I think it might be necessary for this prison just because of how quickly prisoners are coming in. I'm going to delete everyone's bed temporarily, right? Just for the time being, because I got a cunning plan. Now, it was mentioned that maybe I should build a dormitory, and I did kind of toy with the idea of making one of these blocks just a massive big dormitory. But you guys know my history with dormitories and how I feel about dormitories. Why has that not got a bed? Has it not been built yet? I guess so. My feels about dormitories in this game, especially when you've got escape plans turned on, is that they are bad, and I do not like them. Because you get tunnels popping up all freaking over the place, and then you get the SADs. So, as a direct result of not wanting to have the SADs, I'm going to have tiny little dormitories. And I'm hoping that that means that the girls are less likely to work together to dig out. Because when you have a big dormitory, they work together. They're like, you know, they'll take turns digging, you know, and one of them will be like watching out the hole with a poster in front of the hole, like digging their way through. One will be digging, one will be having a smoke break, one will be like uttering words of advice and like, you know, positive reinforcement, you know, that sort of thing. At least that's what's happening in my mind when I think about these guys trying to escape from my prison. In a dormitory of 2, however, I feel like the likelihood of them digging out may be slightly slower. Slower? Lower. You know what I'm trying to say. I reckon that this could possibly be not bad. And I'm hoping that the not bads is definitely where we're going to go with this because, well, at the moment, I need as many people in this prison as humanly possible. Oh god, there's people dying. Right. Could we get in here, please? Because this... I'm sorry, what is Natalie doing? So, we've got this one, and then... Oh, it's because I've marked it as a dormitory already. Ugh, dangus. Right. Here's how we're going to go. We'll get that bunk bed there. That death... Oops, sorry. I missed where that death occurred. It is here. It is another overdose death. This is happening way too frequently. Way too frequently. Okay. Alright. Here's how we're going to do this. We've got cleaning underway. We've got groundskeeping and bureaucracy under the way. I think that once that's done... Okay, that is on its way. I think we need... Tough call. It's a tough call. Now, I got 2 choices here. I can go for health with the intention of when someone gets wounded, I can then heal them. Or I can go for security with the intention of beelining towards dogs. I'm going to go, let's see, hang on. How are we doing for grants? Let's check what our grants look like at the moment. We've only got prison maintenance in a way. So let's go, you know what? Donde estos? Inmate health and well-being, and raise your prisoner capacity to 50. Well, once those beds all come online, that will complete. So we will actually get to 64 cells as soon as those beds start to get installed, which is happening right now. They're all starting to come online. So this should actually tick over rather quickly, and then I can just jump straight over to security procedure certification. And we can get both of those, you know, health and well-being and security smashed out straight away. I'll tell you what, while we wait for that to happen, go ahead and get health for me, because that's going to be the first thing that we need. And good. That should be fine. How are you guys doing? Doing okay? Excellent. Let's do this, though, because we do need some hot water pipes here and here, and some small water pipes here and here for the toilet. By the way, someone mentioned that if you put the shower toilet combo in, you only need a hot water pipe. I know, I'm aware of that. Thank you for pointing it out, though. That was one of my, I remember a couple of series ago when I spotted that that was the case, and I was delighted that it was, that was the case. But, look, crap. Yep. I guess, like, I was running hot water up here anyway because of the radiators, so I figured, yeah, I'll plumb it all in, it's fine. Maybe one of these days I'll chooch it around so that they've got a separate shower and toilet. Probably not. But hey, look, it's nice to dream. And there is one other thing that I need to think about, because who have we got? These ones. Requires solitary confinement, but none is available. Yes, I totally neglected to leave any space for solitary anywhere within this building whatsoever. But it's okay, because I think what we can do is build it, like, down here, right? So we can run a straight shot down next to this foundation so that we can have a section here, which is going to be our solitary block. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and build that up like that. And then we're going to need a section for, I don't know, we'll go like, let's bring it all the way, actually, you know what? Let's bring it all the way across like this. And then we'll do a bit of quick planning here. So this will be the solitary zone. And it's going to have, you know, rooms that are like this sort of length. And they're basically going to have, I mean, what will they have? 1, 2, 3. It's an odd number. Okay, so they can have a toilet and standing room and then a door. And that's fine. That's enough for them. That's enough for me. So, that's how those solitary cells look. It fits perfectly. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. This is going to be the new dining canteen area for this prison block. And then this section here can be, step the first, it's going to be an infirmary that looks like this. We'll have a 2-wide corridor down here, and then other things. And by other things, I'm thinking probably visitation as a first step, and then maybe some parole officers as well. I think that's probably a good idea. I think that's probably going to serve us well. So, these foundations are going to take a little while to tick over. We'll let the guys and girls do their thing there. And, yeah, that should... Oh, hello. Oh, looky. Oh, we almost did it again. Let's get another couple of capacitors onto this. 2, 3. We'll do another 3. We'll just get that ticking along so that we don't have any nasty surprises where all the power goes out, and then no one can be fed. We're only feeding 41% at the moment anyway, which is, it's not good. It's not so great. Not so great at all. But, I don't know. So what are you guys complaining about? Clothing, family, environment. Yeah, it's filthy in here, I know. Don't worry, we're getting groundskeeping unlocked. And then we can look at putting a cleaning cupboard in for you. How's that? In the meantime, how about in this yard here, I give you a few little bits and pieces that are going to make you feel better. Like, for example, a couple of phone booths, and then... Yeah? Will that help you? I think that'll help. I think that will help them out. That'll give them something to do whilst they're out in the yard. They can make a phone call and get a bit of family stuff done. It's not a lot, but, you know, it's going to be something. It's going to be a little bit of something that'll help them to just not go too fruity. Right. You know, I feel like that cleaning cupboard is something that, again, I haven't left any space for or placed any thought in where it's going to go. And I've got 2 choices here. I could put in a big master cleaning cupboard, like down here, for example, right? Hanging off the utility room. I could put in a huge cleaning cupboard where my janitors could go and get their bits and bobs and do their thing. And that's potentially something that I could consider. Or I could put in 1 per cell block so that we can make it... Do it at the top? No. Oh, dear. Oh, hang on. Is this? Yep. Alright, it's happening. It's happening. Let's get some riot cops in. I could have used my guards, but you know what? These guys, it's $100 a throw. It's really worthwhile. My God. They're going bananas. Okay, let's bring them under control. We'll get these guys in. Get a couple of medics just following behind to helping do... Oh, my goodness me. Ugh. That was gnarly. Okay, cool. So, that's a thing that just happened. But it's okay. It has been brought under control. The medics are going to sort of move around now and do their thing. There we go. Good work, boys. Don't worry, we'll get ourselves an infirmary online relatively soon. What are you upset about? Safety. Yeah, I know. I know. When you see a whole bunch of people get murdered in front of your eyes, by a guard, no less. Ew, that's not very good. But when you see a bunch of people get murdered in front of your eyes, that's when you start to go, you know what, I'm not too... Except for Hay. She's just like, people are dead, but can I call me mum? Wouldn't mind talking to her about the latest version of the episode of the Golden Girls. It was really exciting. Anyway, so I could put a cleaning cupboard up here. Which, do you know what? Now that I think about it, if I put an extension on up here, right, I can have a cleaning cupboard and a laundry and a something else. What other things could we use up there? Cleaning cupboard would definitely be a good thing. And I would do that so that it'd be like, you know, that sort of size. And then the laundry could probably be a similar sort of size. And then... common room? I guess? I don't know. What else would I put up there? What other rooms are there that are going to be necessary? I mean, parole I don't really want up there. Nursery's not necessary. That's in the family area. Hang on. Let's look at all. Classroom, I guess. A library or a shop might not be a bad idea. I guess a workshop eventually, but not right now. I think right now, I tell you what, we can plan towards those sort of things and adding them onto each block in the future. But for right now, I figure I want them to be a reasonable size. I want to just have a cleaning cupboard like this and a nice big laundry like this. Now, how is this going to go? 1, 2, because the ironing board needs 1, 2. Actually, I'll use the objects one. Objects. The ironing board needs to be like that. And then we probably want 2 of them. And then where's the washing machine going to go? Like here? Is a single washing machine going to be sufficient for a whole block? I don't know. I do not know. I mean, I could cut the corridor down, but I feel that that would probably cause us some problems. You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to put 1 washing machine right there. I'm going to have the door right there. So you can walk in, get to the washing machine, and then pull it out and get to the ironing board. Does that sound good? And then a cleaning cupboard over here. I'm liking it. I reckon this is going to be good. So we're going to go ahead and do it. For better or for worse. Hopefully for better. Possibly for worse. We'll see. And you guys can probably go home. But thank you for your service and your support. We did lose a guard in the process. She did get murdered by a prisoner. But it's okay. I'm sure that she'll get taken away momentarily. Now, speaking of prisoners who like murdering people, we're going to need to get these foundations completed. Probably now, because we're going to need some demolished walls, right? Yeah. Have I bugged the game out again? Yes, I have. Okay, spiffy. So, it does this occasionally. This has been... Oh, no. I seem to be able to do it now. Good. Great. Yes, occasionally it bugs out and one of the menus gets stuck. Which is exactly what's happened again. So, it's fine. I can reload and it'll get rid of this, but I seem to be able to get around it. So, I think I will. Just for the time being. And then I can come back to it later on. Do I want to put a door there instead? I feel like no. I feel like we'll just go ahead with this. And we'll see what we can do about opening this section up. We're going to need to also get these two spots here demolished. And these ones here demolished. And that'll open all of those sections up. We need to get ourselves some concrete walls that can stretch all the way up and down like this. And this is going to be rather a large infirmary, really. But all told, it's probably required. And these two solitary cells can be our hero cells. Let's get them prepped up like this and this. We're going to get ourselves a toilet in the back of the cell. And you know what? Put some pipes in before we do the cloning. Just like this. I could give them showers, but I'm not going to. Rooms-wise, do we have the infirmary research? We don't. Okay. So, we need to wait until that research on health completes, and then we'll be able to build out this infirmary. I'm going to put... I'm going to put a... Do I put a regular door on this, do you think? I think so. I think a regular door should be fine. It is technically sealed in this area, so, you know, I'm hoping that that we'll be able to keep this area secure without having to super-duper worry about this being a regular door. Especially if we start marking these corridors here, when we get deployment, of course, if we start marking these corridors as access only, which means, you know, sure, you can pass through this area if you're on your way somewhere, or if you're being escorted, but you can't just stroll through la-di-da and have at all the drugs that are in the infirmary, because we know that's where they're going to go. Because, jeez, these girls do love their drugs at the moment. But, you know, to be fair, they're in prison, and some of them have been chained up, you know, in... Oh my god, they're all desperate to go to the bathroom and to sleep. These girls have been chained up in the front door here for, like, a couple of days now. For some of them. Like, at least day 2, which was when our first intake was. Yeah, these guys have been standing here since at least then. So, I don't envy them. Can't be fun. It can't be great. Maybe a little bit of something is going to help you through that. It's you know, you can't really judge. You can't really judge in that sort of a situation. Now, lights, camera, and action. There's our two solitary cells. Good to go. We just need to wait for those doors to come online, and then we can do some cheeky quick build cloning to get these bad boys slotted all the way down. I'm going to leave this open, I think, because it's sealed here, or at least it will be. My intention is to get remote doors up and running before too long, because I feel like remote doors is going to make this a little bit simpler. Hello. I almost fell into the old trap of copying the walls at the bottom, including the gap, and then pasting them over the exterior wall, which of course then leads to a hole in the wall, which of course then leads to escapes. But I didn't do that. I remembered just in time. We can get some power in as well, straight up the middle, and I feel like we can get just some additional lights in every second, because the light's not going to come out of the solitary cells very much. So some additional lights just to keep that. You know what? This corridor is completely unlit here. Let's do a little bit of sprucing up around here, shall we? Are these ones unlit as well? Yeah. All right. Well, let's light these up a little bit and get this place looking a little less dreary. Because, I mean, aside from the fact that it's filthy, it's also just like a dungeon. Like, it's all dark and inhospitable. I can imagine that people wouldn't enjoy... Is this dark in here? No, there's lights in there. Okay, great. I just have no vision in there. I was going to say, that'd be pretty rough. You wake up in the morning and you go into this tiny little narrow room where you're standing under a shower head, rubbing butts with the person behind you, and it's completely pitch black. And, I mean, there's hot water at least. That's kind of nice. But I can't imagine that'd be too, you know, enjoyable. It depends. I mean, some people might enjoy it, I suppose. But I personally don't think that I would enjoy being in a dark room in a shower with other naked people in prison. I think there's something inherently kind of frightening about that. Right. Kitchen. Kitchen? Is this going to be... hang on. Because there's 64 people in here. When I planned this out, I was kind of thinking... Let me run through how I was thinking of putting the objects in here, right? I was thinking of putting 2 of these here and here. And then I was going to put a table... Like, I had this sort of mapped out in my mind, where these could go here like this, and then we could have a bench either side, so you could walk around the outsides of it, but then it was sort of like up like that, right? Because each of these tables holds, like a bench holds 4, so each table combo holds 8, which means that all of them holds, what, 32? Which, I mean, that would be sufficient for the original block, but now we need more because of the fact that we've got more prisoners in each of these blocks. So am I potentially going to have to keep this pushing further south by another 2 each way? I mean, I thought about having one here, but... Wait, hang on. Is that going to work there? 1... No, I'm only going to be able to get 2 there. Okay, 1... And then 2 more of those... Right, and then we'll get some tables in. Bink bonk, bink bonk. Good. We'll probably need 2 more serving tables. Serving. Calvin, what's up? The media have started a campaign over the amenities granted to prisoners, and it's bringing a lot of heat on my office. Oh, boo. I'm passing a bill which bans exercise equipment in yards? Ah, come on, man. That's... No, I didn't want that table there. That seems like a rough thing to do, right? That seems like a super rough thing to do. Like, what, are you going to ban people from working out? That seems like an... Ugh, I don't know. Look, I guess, the mayor says so. I got to do it. I got to pull all of those out of that yard. And that way, we won't get our wrists slapped for having that stuff left over. Right. So now we have seating in this area for 64 prisoners. We can go ahead and get ourselves... let's tell you what, let's mark this up as a canteen. And we'll bring that all the way down to, like, there. Good. And then we can get in the 2 more serving tables that I wanted. And I'll put these in the bottom corners this time. Very nice. And let's get this planning removed. Good. Oh, we've missed a bench. Right. No? Have we, oh, it's just not been placed yet. Okay, cool. So, this area, starting to look good. This is a good sized canteen for 64 ladies. We just need a couple of lights, and we'll just have 1 above each table, like so. We'll have a light above each serving table as well. And then down here is where we're going to have our kitchen. And then I wanted to have a yard down here as well. So how am I going to have a kitchen, but then have people still allowed to pass through and get into a yard without going through the kitchen, which is something that I desperately do not want. Unless... Alright, how about... Let's get a concrete wall. We'll leave a 2 wide access path there. And how does this look for a kitchen to service that size of a canteen? Ooh, it's pretty tight. It's very tight. I may have to extend this building south a little bit. Because look, if I make this a kitchen, like this, and then we start popping objects in, like I want to have a cooker with a fridge either side of it. That's the ideal, as far as I'm concerned. I could do it, this away? Nope, I couldn't even do that. Okay, so this building needs to be like 3 points longer? Yes. Okay, so let's do that then. So we'll stretch this out like 1, 2, 3. We'll make it 4, 5. How much space? Oh, we got miles of space. Screw it. Let's go. Let's just extend that. This whole bottom section can be a kitchen, and then a corridor, and then a big friggin' yard down the bottom, and that'll be fine. I just don't want to be like butting up against size limits and just trying to deal with space problems, right? Not space problems as in, being in outer space without a helmet, but space problems, Right. Health, done. Security, underway. Maintenance, cleaning, and groundskeeping, done. Excellent. So, this needs an entrance, which means that I can get into Chief. What's up, mate? Staff have become unhappy. I was worried this was going to be the case. And I was thinking about it. But, policy? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Prison policy. Well, we better research that within... I can't see how long this has got. Okay. Well, we better research that, and I think we should get started on a staff room. I think that's actually a thing that we... You know what? There's a perfect spot here. And we can keep our offices going down this way. Let's get a staff room underway. Staff room? Like... This? What? Why? Staff room? Okay, thank you, bugged menu. You are kind of doing the thing. Alright, staff room. We need a serving table for food. We need a couple of toilets down here, I think. And we'll put in a little privacy barrier. It'll be a little tiled wall. Yes. Look. Oh, guys. Look, we can have this like this and down like that. There's a little lovely toilet area down the bottom here. And then all we need is a couple of lights, probably. Good idea. We just need a couple of sofas. And we can just have those like this. And then one here, and then one here. We may as well have a couple more. I could put in... a freaking... like a table. But... Instead of that, I'm going to just pop these guys in. I need a drinks machine. Here, where can I put that? I'll pop that down here. We'll have just one couch down the bottom here. And we'll go like that. Right. Good. So. Alright. Well, that's the staff room. That's going to be nice. Should I put a wall around it? I feel like yes. We'll just have a little wall like this. We'll get the planning removed. And that will come online and be wonderful very, very shortly. With the exception of a little bit of small piping that needs to be done. I'll just run that through the chief's office, the foreman's office here. Straight into the water pumping station. Those toilets will be awesome. Get a light in there above the toilets. Oh, look, that's going to be great. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, good. So I think the staff are going to be very happy with their new staff room. I think it's going to be enough to sort of bring off the edge. I will have to pay them, though. Because, well, they do need a boost. Why are you not researching? Oh, because you're researching security. Ah. Right. Well, I think we're going to have a strike no matter which way we slice it. But what I can do is just, maybe I'll pull security for the moment and get him started on the other one. But I think we'll do that next time. Friends, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you then.